this low price, there's a strict limit of 3 Slim Mint wallets while supplies last. Don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-653-7551. Call or visit slimmintwallet.com. So call 1-800-653-7551. Order now.
Amy Doyle reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, there's been a series of threats against schools in the Upper Peninsula. So far, authorities haven't released much info, but we'll tell you what we know so far. Plus, Negaunee Public Schools is opening a new preschool following a $25,000 grant last year. How it aims to get kids ready for school at an early age. And there are new rules in effect for those looking to either buy or sell a home. We'll tell you what they are. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
And I think this might be the coldest day I've seen since I moved up here to the UP. Air, happy 906 day, by the way. When are we going to be warming up, you think?
I will say this is probably the earliest I've ever put on long johns. So yeah, it's a little bit brisk out there, my folks. We've got more cold temperatures on the way. Looking at One Marquette Place, gorgeous shot of that sun hitting the ore dock. And we do have some sprinkles occasionally throughout the night. Don't be surprised if they're hitting your car. And then, hey, friends, we've got frosty evening possible at that interior locations there. I'll go over those details as well as what's ahead for the rest of the weekend after the break.
All right, thank you, Aaron. With less than 2 weeks into the new school year, 2 area school districts were closed today due to threats made against them. The Superior Central School District canceled classes due to a threat against their school. School officials and local law enforcement were alerted to the threat Thursday evening. WZMQ was on the scene at Superior Central this afternoon, and although the school was closed to students today, we were able to speak to the school superintendent, who said all they can say is that this matter is being handled by law enforcement. 19 News has reached out to the Alger County Sheriff's Department, who said the investigation is ongoing and that further information would be released at a later time. And the superintendent also posted this message on Facebook Thursday night, quote, "Good evening. Tonight, law enforcement and school officials were made aware of a potential threat to the school. Law enforcement is currently investigating the threat. Out of an abundance of caution and to allow time for thorough investigation, I have decided that Superior Central will be closed tomorrow, Friday, September 6th. Thank you for understanding," end quote. And meanwhile, the Forest Park School District also canceled classes today due to a threat against their school as well. 19 News was also on the scene there, where school officials directed their questions to law enforcement. This threat is being investigated by the Crystal Falls Police Department and the Iron County Sheriff's Department. And as with Superior Central, the investigation is ongoing. No further information is available at this time. We will continue to keep you updated. And Negaunee Public School District opens another education center for young children. Little Miners Learning Center will begin its first ever semester on Monday. The Learning Center is Negaunee's first public pre-kindergarten option and includes programs for 3- and 4-year-olds. The district began renovating the location for the preschool adjacent to the middle school last year with the help of a $25,000 grant.
What we're trying to do really is provide a nurturing environment for our youngsters so that their first experience with school with us is their first experience, and it's a good one. And we're really excited about the school year.
The school holds up to 36 students total through its 3 programs and still has a few slots available. We'll have a link to more information on our website. Realtors nationwide are navigating changes that require more transparency on listing and buyer's agreements. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy spoke with the former president of the Upper Peninsula Association of Realtors to learn how those changes could impact buyers and sellers locally.
The National Association of Realtors has introduced new regulations that will change the way commissions are handled. The move follows a lawsuit settlement that brought to light the need for greater transparency and fairness in the real estate industry.
You're going to see some changes on the selling and buying side for real estate in general across the nation, as long as they're a Realtor member.
All real estate agents must now negotiate compensation terms directly with their clients, whether representing buyers or sellers. As an agency state, Michigan Realtors have already been following many of the new policies, but will now be required to.
This is going to do a couple things. to sell.
For sellers, listing contracts will have a breakdown of who is being paid for what. Jermaine says that in many cases, buyer's agents can be compensated by the seller. Those payments, plus the commission for the listing agency, must be clearly shown in the contract.
Now you add those up, and that's going to be the total listing commission that everybody's kind of used to, or they think, here's what I listed it at. And it's just going to show who's getting paid what a little bit more clearer in those listing contracts.
Those buying homes will see some changes too. When touring a home or working with an agent, you'll sign a buyer's agent agreement that will more clearly define the partnership and the fees for their services.
You're just going to absolutely know what the costs are, but you're also going to know what services that agent's providing you.
Jermaine says these requirements will protect buyers, sellers, and realtors by making sure all the associated costs are clear and agreed to. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
Starting next week on September 11th, the Oscar G. Johnson VA Medical Center will be hosting a series of veteran town hall events. Veterans UP-wide will have the opportunity to ask VA leaders their questions, learn about any changes to their benefits, learn more about health care and the PACT Act. Families will also be welcome. The town hall tour will be making stops in Grand Marais, Newberry, Engadine, St. Ignace, and Sault Ste. Marie. We'll have all the details on our website. An inaugural event at the UP State Fairgrounds is offering something for car enthusiasts of all kinds this weekend. Northwoods Motor Mayhem kicked off today with a car show featuring hot rods, rat rods, motorcycles, and other vintage vehicles. The show continues tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., plus a burnout contest, tractor pulls, mini bike races, and a classy, not trashy pinup contest. Proceeds from the event help the Gladstone Lions Club make a difference in the lives of community members in need.
We were looking for a new fundraiser, and I'm kind of a car guy. I love this stuff. So I pitched it, and the club jumped behind it. Vision, childhood hunger, childhood cancer, some of the things we give money towards. Our money stays right, it'll be right here in Delta County. It'll stay local.
Admission to Northwoods Motor Mayhem is $15 for adults and free for those 12 and under. And your first warning weather forecast is coming up after the break. Plus, Mike Ludlam will have your look at sports. He breaks down what happened last night as the Tigers took on the Padres. And later, the Upper Goddess is back. Lori shows us how to make a shrub, a tasty and healthy drink made from fruit. We're back in 2 minutes.
The layers to Survivor are mind-boggling. I might be evil, I might be crazy, I don't know.
It's a test.
I'm gonna start chaos.
3, 2, 1, ready, set, go.
I'm John, and I really care what people think of me.
I'm gonna burn down this island.
We'll run things in the shadows. I'm a wolf in wolf's clothing.
He didn't make the fire, I made the fire.
Who knows what's about to happen?
You wanted Survivor! You got Survivor!
A new season of Survivor starts September 18th on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Marquette.
And don't forget,
It's Boots and Knives Month at Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette. With the purchase of an engagement ring, you'll get your choice of a Rapid River hunting knife or a certificate to go towards a pair of Red Wing boots.
Richardson Jewelers.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Mathis Court is in session.
On WZMQ CBS. Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
Mr. Mattress here. It's our Labor Day mattress sale. You know, it's one of our biggest mattress sales of the year. All our bedding manufacturers are offering big discounts. Not just one mattress, but on every mattress. All the latest models are here for you to try. All in different comfort levels, firm, plush, or pillow top, from Serta, Sealy, Stearn & Foster, or Tempur-Pedic. And for added comfort, add a matching power adjustable base at big discounts too. Shunks of Marquette today.
Now, award-winning WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with Air Stasic.
Oh my gosh, it is football season, my friends. We've got Gladstone visiting Negaunee this evening. I'm sure our friend Mike Ludlam will give you more details on that later on. But for now, if you're headed to that game, it's going to be about 48 degrees there at kickoff. So make sure you are layered up, bundled up, and ready to go. There are some chances of sprinkles as well. Halftime, look at that temperature drop, around 44 degrees or so. So a little bit chilly out there. Have those layers. My playlist for the next 7 days or so. Yeah, it's September, and we've got the wind continuing today and tomorrow. We'll see those gusts as well, and a little bit of purple rain, yes, for you Prince fans, as well as it feels like November rain with these temperature changes as well. So rock out, enjoy that for now, because we've got warmer temperatures on the way. Frost advisory for that Wisconsin border there, northern Wisconsin and Minnesota, under frost advisories until 8 a.m. Central Time tomorrow, which means a lot of these counties along the border, Gogebic and Iron County specifically, could see some frost as well. That could extend into Dickinson County, as we've got temperatures expected to be in the mid-30s for those locations. Specifically, we've got some scattered showers as well. Most of that, though, is going to be concentrated over the lake and then eventually dwindling out. So it's looking specifically at Iron River tomorrow, let's say 5 a.m. That temperature around 35 degrees. Fairly clear skies at that time, and those winds at the moment are expected to be nice and calm, still coming out of the north though, hence those cooler temperatures. If we time things out here with those possible frost freeze situations, of course that west interior, like we talked about, could be where that's going to be located, and of course a little bit deeper blues, which means more likely conditions for that northern Wisconsin area. So chilly temperatures tonight, mostly cloudy skies, and then those gusts still 20 to 25 miles an hour. Again, please stay off of Lake Superior. We've got high swim risks, and I mean, it's chilly enough in the air that you might not want to be taking a dip anyway, but make sure you're staying away from the piers, break walls and whatnot, because those waves and that wind could knock you right in, and that's not something you want to be dealing with. But the good news, like I mentioned, we've got warmer temperatures on the way. We could see some 80s on Tuesday next week. That might be your better chance of a beach day, as far as the sky is looking mostly sunny next week. As of right now, we know Mother Nature can change her mind and just change it at the drop of a hat. For tomorrow's Beer Fest down at the Lower Harbor, around 1 p.m., those gusts still continuing to blow around, but the shower chances should be done at that point. Temperatures in the mid-50s, so I guess that's great beer drinking temperature maybe. But overall, our temperatures will be pretty cool on Saturday, warming up further on Sunday.
All right, thanks very much, Aaron. Insights is coming up after the break. We're joined by the Executive Director of the Superior Health Foundation to talk about their upcoming gala that aims to serve children in need in the Upper Peninsula. That conversation is coming up right after the break.
We're back in production at CBS Television City.
Season 3.
Ah! That's what it takes to make these people look beautiful.
Ooh, that's fire. Friday, October 18th. TV's hottest show is back.
I'm ready to claim my legacy as a firefighter.
Fire Country returns CBS Friday, October 18th, part of CBS Premiere Week, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
I had a brain aneurysm in the year 2000 here. No one was going to hire someone that had a disability or whatever. I went through a program here at Goodwill well over 20 years ago, and they hired me as soon as I was able to come back to work. They hired many people with disabilities and stuff and get them back into the workforce. My favorite thing I work at Marquette Goodwill is just interacting with the people. It's great atmosphere here and great people here. Goodwill treats everyone really good. It's like a second chance almost, I was going to say. It really gets you back on your feet.
Shop and donate to your local Goodwill.
At the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's, this is why we walk. This is why we walk. They're why we walk. And you know what? This is why we walk too. We walk in the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's because we're getting closer to beating this disease. But to get there, we need you. Join us. Hey!
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
She's very frank.
You should never start anything you're not prepared to finish.
Compassionate.
I see a family that still loves each other, and I'm glad to see it.
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone, for Insights Tonight. There's a gala coming up by the Superior Health Foundation that will benefit the Northern Lights Child Advocacy Center. And joining us tonight is the Executive Director of the Superior Health Foundation, Megan Murphy. Megan, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you. So tell us, what's the plan?
So we have a gala coming up on September 28th. Starts at 5 p.m. It's at the ballrooms at Northern Michigan University. At the Northern Center, and it's going to be a really fun night. Starting out at 5 o'clock, we'll have a social hour. 6:30, we'll sit down for dinner, all of us together. 7:30, we'll start a quick program where I'll talk about the Superior Health Foundation, and our nonprofit partner, Northern Lights Child Advocacy Center, will discuss their programs and the work that they do. And then we've got some really fun entertainment planned. We've got a comedic hypnotist, Jay Bryan. He will be there, hopefully not hypnotizing the whole audience, but doing his tricks. And yeah, we're hoping for some really fun volunteers to come up and experience that.
Yeah, that sounds great. And so tell me about the work that the Child Advocacy Center does.
Yeah, absolutely. So they are based right here in Marquette County, but they do serve the entire UP. They're really a safe space for kids to go to when they've experienced a trauma like abuse or neglect. And they are engaged in the legal system, so when those kids are engaged in the legal system. We've recently provided a grant to them to purchase forensic recording equipment, and that is really important because when a kid is traumatized and has to tell that story over and over, they keep reliving that trauma. So this equipment means that they can just tell their story one time, and they don't have to say it again, they don't have to continue to relive it. They provide referrals, they do case management, they do advocacy work, and they partner with law enforcement, CPS, and medical professionals. It's a really excellent organization.
Absolutely. And so with the gala, we're raising money for them, correct? So
Correct.
What are the goals we're looking at?
Correct. We are helping them with more equipment purchases, volunteer training, things like that. The Superior Health Foundation does also benefit from the proceeds of the gala as well to help us with our grant making programs and ensuring that we're able to continue to provide funding for organizations across the Upper Peninsula.
For sure, and I think the goal I saw was $15,000 to get to them?
Yep, we're hoping to raise $15,000 for them. I am hoping we can make it a little bit more. We'll have a lot of opportunities to donate that evening. We have prize boxes where we'll all unbox at the same time. You can win up to $250,000 or more. Those are kind of our golden ticket boxes. We'll have a prize wheel so you can pay to spin the wheel and win some prizes. And then we'll have a great silent auction. Anybody who goes can bid on silent auction items. We'll have things like Lions tickets, Packers tickets, an escape getaway to Mackinac Island and the Grand Hotel, snowblower, since that season is
great prizes.
Fast approaching. And there is also the opportunity to donate to Northern Lights Children's Advocacy Center through our website and through the silent auction. So we hope that people will take advantage of that as well.
Excellent. That was kind of my last question for you, is where can people find where to go to do that kind of thing?
Absolutely. So you can go to our website, superiorhealthfoundation.org. We are selling tickets right there. It's $125 for an individual, $200 for a couple, or $750 for a table of 8. And again, it's superiorhealthfoundation.org.
All right, sounds great. Megan, thank you so much for coming on today. It's
Thank
a
you.
great cause, absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, and on Monday on Insights, we're chatting with the Executive Director of the United Way of Marquette County about next week's big Upers United Hockey Night with Detroit Red Wings alum. 9. We'll have those details Monday here on 19 Insights. And still ahead tonight, Mike Ludlam will have your look at sports. He has the highlights as Michigan Tech takes on South Dakota Mines in a long, hard-fought game of football. And later, the Upper Goddess returns. Lori will show us how to make a tasty drink that's healthier than your typical soda.
On this Friday night, hundreds of thousands of workers could face job shortages in the next decade. Tonight, our deep dive into why middle-class workers will especially feel the shrinking market. Those headlines and more on the CBS Evening News.
Kamala Harris cast the tie-breaking vote that created America's inflation.
The vice president votes in the affirmative, and the bill is passed.
Economists said Harris's vote led directly to the higher prices we pay. 22% more for groceries, 50% more for gas. Mortgage costs nearly double. Thanks a lot, Kamala. Trump had our economy humming. He'll do it again.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
There are a lot of things out there going viral. But this fall and winter, you can help keep your immune system from going viral and help protect it from the flu virus and the COVID-19 virus by getting your vaccinations. You can get both vaccines at the same time. The world has enough going viral these days. Talk to your healthcare provider.
Buckle's Party Store. It's where the party starts in Calumet with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brewed beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckle's Party Store in Calumet. It's where the party starts for everyone.
She's fair.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
On the next edition of Comics Unleashed with your host, Byron Allen. As 5 of the most hilarious comics take it to the edge every night, and nothing is off limits.
That's what I learned in any relationship. Communication is the most important thing. Yeah. The more you can avoid it, the better you'll do. Just avoid it altogether.
Comics Unleashed.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. Boy, do I hope the Michigan Tech football team has the day off today. The Huskies deserve it after last night's improbable comeback against South Dakota Mines. To the Copper Country we go, picking up second quarter, down 21-0. Alex Freeze to Darius Willis in the corner of the end zone. 10 plays, 80 yards on the 25-yard touchdown. Tech down 21-7. We jump to the third quarter, and they're down 21 again. But Freeze will find Drew Collins for 10 yards. 4 plays, 70 yards. Huskies back within 14, down 28-14. Well, they're down 21 again, and trouble for the Mines, and Jaden Bolden forces to fumble. Joe Hartley recovers. That might have been the biggest play of the game at that point. Moments later, Asher Gregory, 9 yards. Into the front corner, he dives over. Tech still trailing by 14, 35-21. To the fourth quarter, early, Ethan Champney gets behind the defense. Freeze will find him. This is good for 59 yards and a touchdown. That makes it 35-28. 5 TD passes and a school record 457 yards passing for Freeze. About 10 minutes later, Freeze, the screen to Champney, fakes the double pass, breaks down that tackle, and dives to the 1-yard line. Michigan Tech would not waste any more time. Drew Collins, back of center now, takes the snap, avoids the defender somehow. He dives into the end zone. 8 plays, 80 yards. We're tied at 35. Let's go to overtime. Oh, heck, let's go to the second overtime. Brandon Michalak snags the 10-yard pass from Freeze. 50-42 Huskies, but the Hard Rockers tied the score at 50. To overtime number 4, just going for 2-point conversions now. Freeze, Champney in the far front corner. Tech leads by 2. So it's South Dakota Mines' turn, but Michigan Tech says somebody needs to blitz this guy, And Hunter Beagle does that, knocks the ball down. Tech wins 52-50 in 4 overtimes. Woo. The Huskies' next game is Saturday, September 14th at home against the Hillsdale Chargers. Kickoff is set for noon at Curley Stadium. Noon, when college football should be played. Now, 8-player football. The Stevenson and Forest Park game tonight has been moved to North Dickinson. Kickoff is 6 o'clock Central Time. That is due to some of the trouble they had earlier in the day. Also, tomorrow in 8-player football, Ishpeming already wins by forfeit over Luck, Wisconsin. That game was scheduled for the afternoon, so the Hematites are now 2-0. Baseball, West Coast. Tigers, Padres, top of the ninth, bases loaded, 2 out, full count on Parker Meadows, and kaboom! The opposite way, it's going to clear the fence. Doesn't matter if it's the first row or second. That's a grand slam. His 6th home run of the year, and the Tigers take a 4-3 lead, and they would hang on to win this one by the count of 4-3. They stay above the 500 mark. Detroit visits Oakland this weekend, and the Brewers host Colorado. And don't forget, Packers, Eagles, Peacock tonight. Yes, Peacock only, 8:15 Eastern, 7:15 Central Time. Kevin?
All right, thanks so much, Mike. And it's that time of the week when we check in with Lori for another edition of the Upper Goddess. This week, she's showing us how to make a tasty and healthy drink.
Hi. Dean, we're making shrub.
Uh-huh.
Like a shrub out in your yard, but you drink it. So you're gonna start with 1 cup of apple cider vinegar and 1.5 cups of fruit, any fruit, apples, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. I did raspberries. You're gonna let that sit in a mason jar or whatever for 2 weeks, okay? So it's gonna break down that fruit, and then you're gonna put it in the strainer here. And see what I got left is all the seeds and that from the raspberries. So then after that, you're gonna transfer it into a saucepan and just warm it slightly. And you're gonna put a cup of honey. Okay, now don't buy the honey that's in the little shape of a bear. That one isn't any good. You need to get raw honey, or you know it hasn't been heated, okay? So after you're done, look at how gorgeous, right? So now I got this from a cool couple. I was talking to them at the fair, and they're like, have you ever heard of shrub? And I'm like, absolutely not. And they told me how to do it, and it's a refreshing drink. And Dean, you're looking for an alternative from the ones we don't want to drink. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a shot of your shrub, and you're gonna fill this with water. And give it a stir. Now, the other thing that I think would be awesome with this is your kids. Get them to drink this instead of all that soda and all that. That's just not good for you. Let's see what it tastes like. It's so good. And they told me it was refreshing, and it is. So 1 cup of vinegar, 1.5 cups of fruit, let it sit 2 weeks, and then do this. And I already started a new one with blueberries. Keep smiling.
We're going to get even colder later tonight. Air lets us know what we can expect for our nighttime temperatures in the outlook when we come back.
The state of America.
Wow.
One state at a time.
Has the meaning of home changed for you?
I believe in our country, and I want to serve it.
Eye on America, weeknights on the CBS Evening News.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. With Skyrizi, feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks. Many people were in remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and even at 2 years.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi. AbbVie could help you save.
Here's a few things I believe. Middle-class families, like the one I grew up in, they want common sense solutions. You want lower prices and lower taxes. I believe you want to just not get by, but you want to get ahead. We must create an opportunity economy where everyone has a chance to get a car loan, buy a home, start a business. But most of all, that instead of being focused on the politics of the past, we need to be thinking about the future. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
25 years of fun, and you're invited. It's the silver anniversary of the Downtown Marquette Farmers Market. Come celebrate with us every Saturday morning at the Marquette Commons. From 9 to 1, you'll find a wide variety of local foods, produce, art, and so much more. Plus, the Wednesday night Farmers Market on the 100 block of West Washington Street is back from 5 to 8. For more information, visit mqtfarmersmarket.com. The Farmers Market is presented by the Marquette DDA and sponsored by Flagstar Bank and WZMQ 19.
Oliver Wendell Douglas, man of few words.
Oh, for the love of... Oh, for the love of...
Oh, for the love of me TV.
Oh, for the love of...
Green Acres, weeknights at 9:30 p.m. on WZMQ Me TV.
50 degrees is that range at the moment, but friends, we're going to be down in the 40s tonight, possibly the mid 30s for that west interior. As far as this weekend goes, we will be warming up on Sunday. Look at Monday, 70 to 80 degrees, more sunshine. Those winds should be calming down by then. 7-day outlook for Marquette. We've got a chance of showers this weekend, but again, nice and dry and toasty next week.
Sounds good to me. Thanks a lot, Air. And that's all we have for now, but we'll see you later tonight.